From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so glad you're here. Because here we help you to improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career as we take your life to the next level. This on Boaz Power TV is episode number 200. Don't they usually have a cake or something on national television when they have episode number 200? Cake, later. Never mind. Now I attend to you and your future. And I call this episode, Do I Hear a Higher Bid? What does the word faith really mean? Isn't it believing in something that can't be seen? When there are challenges in life, it's valuable to interject some faith into the mix and take positive action. Although I've conducted thousands of seminars during my speaking career all over the world and should logically feel very confident in front of any audience, I was a bit apprehensive a few years ago when I was asked to be the auctioneer at a fancy charity event for a hospital cancer center in San Diego. The professional auctioneer had canceled. And I had been to black tie events before and saw professional auctioneers do their thing. They looked so polished, spoke so fast, and they got the audience excited about bidding on trips and other great auction items. Since all the money goes to charity and is tax deductible, it behooves the auctioneer to get the bids as high as possible. Whenever I'm asked to do something that I haven't done before, I usually say yes, and then quickly make an effort to learn how to do it. Maybe it's my heritage or the way I was raised. I did not grow up in a very religious home. However, I grew up with a very strong faith and a positive can-do attitude. Thus, I accepted the invitation to be the auctioneer at the black tie event in San Diego. It was then time to do my homework and prepare for this challenging assignment. How many times have all of us failed because we simply didn't prepare enough ahead of time? There was another charity event taking place 1 week before my event. I arranged to attend and watch the auctioneer with great interest. He seemed in command. He got the audience excited and participating with his enthusiasm about each item being auctioned. He was good and the bidding was lively and productive. So in order to get good at something, we should seek out someone who is good and pattern ourselves after that person. Great leaders are usually great followers first. So I watched how that auctioneer moved, the specific words he used when he began the traditional auctioneer chatter, and I watched how his enthusiasm created interest and bidding on each item. By the time I arrived at my black tie event the following Saturday evening in San Diego, I knew the basics of my assignment. However, in front of an audience of 1,000 people, many of whom had had a cocktail or two, I was really nervous. Gotta tell you, I was sweating bullets. My thoughts, could I get the audience's attention? Will I get enough people to bid on each item? Will I be able to keep track of the bidding while creating enthusiasm? What if I make mistakes and lose track of the bidding? Well, in order to reach higher levels of success, we have to develop steps to counteract negative thoughts, to overcome fear. Just before my introduction, I asked myself the following questions. When was the last time I ever bombed in front of an audience? What is the worst that could happen here? Is this a life and death situation? Well, the answers were clear. I couldn't remember the last time I've ever bombed in front of an audience. The worst that could happen is that I would fumble through the auction and never get asked to do it again. And nobody's life was on the line. So, accepting the worst that could happen, I simply used my traditional get the faith line in my mind. It's showtime! That means no more negotiations. Take action. And that's what I did. With some wonderful assistants around the big banquet hall, I started the auction and duplicated some of the techniques I had seen the week before. As with most fears that we build a big case for in our minds, the reality turned out to be much easier than I thought. I focused with enthusiasm on each item and each level of bidding. Amazingly, I was able to get some active bidding on each item. There were African safaris, signed jerseys by Lance Armstrong, and other exciting items. I pretended to know what I was doing, and no one knew any different. If you don't feel confident, just pretend and watch what happens. When I came off the stage, quite relieved, I got to tell you, a number of people were very complimentary. The next morning, I learned that the expectations for the auction were to raise less than $10,000. Amazingly, I had raised $70,000. Now, if I'm ever asked to be an auctioneer again, I will be ready and I will do it. To overcome fear with faith and action and to raise money for a very worthy cause, there's a lot of good in all of that. Why don't we bid a little higher on our level of success? How would you and I perform if we knew we couldn't fail? Why don't we pretend that is exactly the case and see what happens? Concerning your future, I say sold on high achievement and success. So here is a bidding affirmation for this episode of Boaz Power TV. You may want to write it down. I bid really high on my future. I am a champion and I am worth a fortune. I bid really high on my future. I am a champion and I am worth a fortune. If you like these messages, and many people around the world do, please do me a favor. Forward this to 5 people you know. Suggest they go on my website, boazpower.com, and they can subscribe to the free weekly broadcast of Boaz Power TV. Also, many of my broadcasts available on YouTube. Here's my YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/Boaz Power TV. That's youtube.com/user/Boaz Power TV. We've got a whole library of these episodes of Boaz Power TV. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness, and I believe you're going to bid high on your abilities because I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.